Well, I thought I'd better do a bit of a follow-up. I should have started yesterday by saying I'm no expert, but here's what I think I know. And I was probably a bit harsh on all the people that are working very hard and getting nowhere on industry's behalf. So here's the face of a very embarrassed guy. Right from day one, 2001, I knew one of the problems was the government had never properly defined what constituted marijuana, and I knew that was always going to be a problem for us, and so it is with this one molecule nonsense, which will never stand up in court. But put all that aside, the main focus of what I was saying yesterday was should a co-op or a collective or something where people are helping people take place. And next year we'll have a meeting, probably in Invercargill, and try and kickstart this off. There's a lot of good people down there. They want to get involved. So far, most of them haven't. And the reason for that is there's still a whole lot of unknowns. Well, collectivity is what makes human beings great. So we'll see what the collective wisdom comes up with. What will the co-op look like? I don't know. That'll be up to the people. But my thoughts have always been a co-op should be people supporting people. What did you do? Where did you get your machinery? How far are you taking it? One of the things is we've got foods available at the moment, but in a very processed way. And lots of the packaging is in clear packaging, which it should not be. It has got oil on the skin of it. That's why all of the whole hemp seed tastes sour, because the oil on the outside has gone off. And that's because it's either subject to light or oxygen. These are the sort of things that we can sit around and talk about. We applied for seeds, and what we got was a bastardisation of that. This is why I say we are further back than we should have been, because this was never what was envisaged. This is what we've got. It's what we have to live with. So do we get together, form a collective, co-op, whatever you want to call it, left-hand widget will do, a non-profit organisation that informs its members where they can get machinery from, what worked for them, what didn't work, what issues they had, what seemed to be the regime that was better to plant under, what machinery we use. Now, everybody will figure this out for themselves, but why not get together and share the knowledge so the next guy coming in doesn't get hit with all the shit that you got hit with? That's the thought that I've got, and I know there's every meeting I've attended in Invercargill, there's been lots of real farmers, the odd crazy person, me included, and that sort of thing. But all of those people could be working together and making a real difference on how the industry develops down here. Of course, I'm going to say this because I live down here, but this is the best place to grow the damn stuff. So let's get on with it and do it. That's my thoughts on it. And anyone whose feelings I hurt yesterday because you think you're working really hard and old Mac just rubbished you, well, my apologies. That wasn't my intent. I was and remain incredibly frustrated at the fact that we are further back than we were in the early days. And I described some of the things in the early days that were easy. I always thought that the individual should be registered, not the bloody property. Property, medicines control, quite rightfully, because of the legislation say, oh, so you're going to process it in the property next door, which you own as well, but it's on a separate title. Sorry, you'll have to get a separate licence. That sort of idiocy really does irk me. Now, I suppose you get this all the time. The problem is, and I don't know whether the co-op will want to be involved or bothered with the politics. Maybe it will be more interested in just getting on and producing products and getting them out there and making some money. It may want to get involved with things like attempting to get the government to listen to them. The reality there is that the only people that will get the bureaucrats to move on anything are the ministers, and the ministers seem to be absent without leave. Can we get the media involved? No, you can't. The only way they're interested is if you're going to sit in a paddock and smoke a joint. What a bloody load of bollocks. There's no real interest. Well, there is. The guy from Radio New Zealand, can't remember his name, Kentish Barnes, the last part of his name. He's really positive and that sort of thing. Can he move things in that direction? Of course not. He's more interested in telling farmers about what they can do and what other people are doing. So there's a whole lot of things that may or may not want to be confronted by the co-op. Anyway, that's my bit on it. Catch you later. All the best to everybody. And again, it's a great day to be alive in paradise.